Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, by the way, and welcome to Ozarks.
Yeah.
Man, what
Thanks
a gorgeous
for
day it is outside.
It is. I mean, sunshine, not too hot,
Not
little
too
breeze
hot.
going.
No,
what
it's
a
perfect.
nice day.
We should probably be out in the gazebo. Is that what you were going to say?
We were going the same place. Yeah.
Man, we should be.
Or even just outside the door. Whatever.
Just raise the door and stand outside. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's the perfect time of year.
Yeah.
This is the time of year I wish it could be like all year long. You know, like a perpetual end of May, early June would make me so happy.
Yeah, except you've got to think of the distaff side, which is if it was like this all year round, we would have a population of like 30 million people.
We would.
It would no longer be the Ozarks.
You make a good point.
Yeah, so you got to take both sides of the thing.
I don't
Sorry to be
have
a downer.
to. I don't have to.
I'm being a Donnie Downer here.
I can be selfish, and I can just want it this way all the time.
Oh, I do too. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, by the way, we've talked to you about the girlfriend getaway that I'm getting ready to go on,
what's the deal?
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Girlfriend getaway.
Well, a group of girls from here at the station we're getting in an RV. We're going to take about a week. In just a couple of weeks, and we're going to go all over the Ozarks, like 36 counties or something in 5 days.
Yeah.
And that's where I was yesterday. I was out checking out some places we want to revisit in the Ozarks. Did you know you can zip line over the Arkansas Grand Canyon?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That, I would be allowed, but I don't know if I would do it. That is, if you've never been to the Grand Canyon of the Ozarks, oh my gosh.
There are some places down around there that are just stunning. And
it's like outside of Jasper, right?
Right outside of Jasper. You know, there's a lot of places that I'm going to go back to, and there's a lot of places that I've never been that I'll bet you've never been either, and we're going to show you those for a solid week. So if you think you can live without me for a week,
that is not going to be easy considering what you're going to... What about the guys? How come we don't get to come along?
Not my problem.
I got to work on this.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, not my problem at all. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, that's coming up a couple weeks from now, but today we have a great show for you. Kim Lorenzen is over there in the kitchen from Macadoodles. She's stopping by, has a big ice chest. That's a good sign.
Yeah, always a good sign from Kim. And the band Snap for Sinners is here to perform a couple of songs.
They are, but before we get to it, we're going to show you what's on our radar. Okay. You know, back in the day, the wing of the chicken was sort of the also-ran, right? It was kind of the part that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it became the biggest thing ever. Restaurants are based around it. It's the go-to snack for game day.
Yeah.
Man caves everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just delicious. All right. Another overlooked part of the chicken is making its way into culinary greatness. We've talked about this on the show, but not to this extent. You ready?
Yeah.
Chicken skin. Okay?
Oh.
There is a California company called, wait for it, Chicken Skin, that's made a business out of it, okay? They serve this chicken skin hot at festivals, markets. You can even order it online and have it shipped to you. You can get a bucket of chicken skin. There are several flavors like this one right here. Buffalo wing.
Oh.
I'm in, man. They
I'd
also
go for
have,
those.
right? Salt and vinegar. I'm super in for that.
Yes. Sign me up for that one.
Absolutely. Barbecue bacon and something called Tom Yum, which is a sweet and spicy Thai.
Huh.
Yeah, this is a big deal. There's only 1 gram of carbs per serving in these. They are not gluten-free. They do use a bit of wheat flour. They're not giving us the recipe.
Okay.
But it is all organic chicken skin. Ever consider like a no-carb nacho, chicken skin nachos?
I'd go for it.
I would too. People do it all the time. Apparently, they'll ship you a little bag for $5.99. And this company says, you know what, we're just trying to use the whole chicken. We don't want to leave anything sitting there. Now, there may be restaurants here in town that have like a fried chicken skin appetizer or snack. I haven't had it yet here. I would love to.
Well, I know when I was growing up and, you know, you would fry chicken, you always had that skin, and that was like one of my favorite parts.
I called it chicken picking. My mom would be like, get out of the kitchen.
No, you grab that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and at the end of the Popeyes or at the end of the KFC, you know, you're down in the box looking for the little crackling pieces down there.
That's right.
I think that may be the next big thing. So there you go.
Sign me up there.
Yeah, if you find any, Facebook us and let us know where to find them here. Yummy.
Right. Now,
sounds good.
You may not find fried chicken skin at McDonald's, but you have another reason to head to the Golden Arches when you're in New York City. Have you seen the new McDonald's in Times Square?
Not in person yet.
Yeah, check it out. It's at the corner of 45th and Broadway. Talk about a famous corner. And if nothing else, you should drop by to enjoy the view. Above the elaborate glass entrance is a 9,000 square foot billboard, the third largest in Times Square, and that's saying something.
They did not come to play.
No, you can order at the counter, at a kiosk, or get table service. There are 3 levels with tables, counting dining, and even private booths. I mean, not counting dining, counter dining.
Look at that view.
Yeah. This new Times Square McDonald's can seat up to 173 people and offers stunning views of the passing parade in the crossroads of the world.
Wouldn't that be fun? I was just there in December, didn't see that one. What do you suppose it would be like on New Year's Eve?
Well, if they're open 24 hours like the other ones, it's probably crazy time.
Don't you suppose people
Fireworks is on the inside.
would be clamoring to get a view by that window?
Sure.
I mean, look.
They'll be able to sell just seats. They won't
I
have
would
to sell any
think.
food, and they can make their rent.
I know. There's actually an Old Navy in Times Square. I don't know if there's an Old Navy store, and if you go upstairs there are windows that look down on Times Square that makes you think, you know, if I find myself in this town on New Year's Eve and I don't want to be out in the cold, I'm going to see if Old Navy will let me in.
Isn't the big M&M store there, too?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
which
guess it's
has
still there.
huge windows
yeah.
looking right out at Times Square.
But you'd never, I wouldn't think to ring in the new year in a McDonald's unless it was that one. And I'm thinking,
I think you're right.
That wouldn't be a bad place to be for, for the next New Year's Eve celebration. All right, coming up, as promised, Kim Lorenzen stops by with some drinks to spice up your summer. I can't wait.
Yeah, don't go away. Ozarks Live is just getting started.
All right.